this opportunity to engage you as the members of the press as we begin our Jukwaa la Usalama tour in Nyanza region. This is actually the 6th region. We only remained with 2 other regions, that is Northeastern and Nairobi. So Nyanza, today is the beginning of our visit in the 6 counties in Nyanza. We will have some breaks in between because of other exigencies of duty, but we'll make sure that in the next 1 week plus a few days maybe, we should be able to complete. Today we are in Migori. We've had a very good meeting with the security team of the county and the region, and we have been apprised of the progress we are making in terms of security issues in this very important county. Migori is a very strategic county for the country, being a border county, depending mostly in the most economic mainstay of this place includes farming, fishing, mining, and trade, both local and cross-border trade. It's a melting point for many cultures and communities, and therefore as you get more people coming together, there is always a friction and conflicts that come with such kind of situations. This is a multi-ethnic county, multicultural, and we appreciate the contribution of Migori County to the national development. We are very happy with the progress that is being made in the agriculture sector, which is basically powered by the sugar industry and other agricultural activities. And I'm happy to note that the sugar reforms that are ongoing and the other agricultural reforms are bearing fruit to the farmers of this region. We are also happy with the contribution that the mining sector gives in this region. The organization that is being done by the mining ministry, especially artisanal mines being organized within the making sure that they are in cooperatives. And we look forward to a greater contribution of the mining sector to the national economy, because at the moment we don't get a lot of revenue from mining because of past disorganization, but the work that is being done by the Ministry of Mining, and we're giving them support in a multi-agency level to make sure that security issues in mining are addressed to facilitate proper organization and government to get revenue. Also, there is a lot of good work that is being done in the fisheries. Again, it's the same ministry, and a lot of work is being done to provide security in that sector. The fishing community is also organized around cooperatives, and BMUs that are in this region are also doing a very good job to work together with government. So there is a lot of good progress in the economic sector, in terms of farming, in terms also of livestock keeping. There is a good progress. With all that in mind, there are serious security challenges that we continue to witness in Migori County, particularly between the Migori County and the Narok County. And this is the question of land. The fight, particularly around Angata Barekoi land issue, continues to be a matter of great concern. Land disputes, particularly the fight between communities in Narok and here in Migori, is between the Kuria, the Maasais, and the Kipsigis at the border there, continues to pose security challenge. It is a matter of great concern to us at the national level. This conflict is also complicated by the fact that there are persons who have acquired illegal firearms, which are used to perpetuate crime. We are very sad to note that some of these illegal firearms have led to killing of public officers and also citizens. And just a few weeks ago, we lost our assistant chief in this county as a result of attacks that were perpetrated by criminals who have illegal firearms. From our security committee, we know and we are aware that the Ministry of Lands is working hard to resolve the question of land. We continue to provide support in terms of alternative dispute resolution mechanism, peaceful resolution of land disputes through barazas, and conversation with the members of the public. But we want to request the members of public to become patient and use peaceful means, both court processes and alternative dispute resolution mechanisms that can resolve this matter amicably. You are aware, and we are all aware, that there is also some work that is being done by Ministry of Lands based on the decisions that were made by the courts and to reach an amicable solution on the question of land. I must say that land issues and also theft of livestock, there is also an issue between among communities between Narok and this county, and that again has led to the same problem, the same acquisition of illegal firearms and misuse of firearms, or not just misuse, but use of those illegal firearms to kill people, perpetuating cattle theft. Livestock theft is also a matter of great concern. And therefore, we have resolved today that the Inspector General of Police, herein represented by the Deputy Inspector General, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli, is going to, they are going to carry out intelligence-led operations to make sure that all the illegal firearms are removed from hands of civilians. That is an extremely important exercise to be done. We have succeeded elsewhere, even in more difficult areas where we are dealing with banditry. There is no reason why here in Migori and Narok we should not be able to get illegal firearms from civilians. Those who are carrying out, who have illegal firearms, are going to be profiled. There will be targeted operations. They will be summoned. They will be sought individually. We want to carry out an operation that is not going to hurt innocent and illegal and innocent women, children, and members of public. It will only be dealing with the people who are holding firearms illegally. It is therefore I'm extending an olive branch to all those who have illegal firearms to surrender immediately to the next police station and hand over their firearms to the government, to the police, failure to which they will be, when the government comes for them, they will, I hope that they will not find themselves in the situation of regret as a result of the work that the National Police Service is going to do to deal with this issue. The second issue I'd like to highlight from our security meeting is the challenges that come with being a border county, and that is smuggling of illegal goods, porous border points that make it impossible for the government to get revenue for trade that is across the border. Again, we also have challenges that are related to drugs and illicit substance that are being smuggled across the border. I must say that here, again, there has been a request from the counter security team to increase the border patrol unit officers to assist and strengthen the existing border points in Isebania and Murubei, but also there is a request that we must have government presence in a few other border points that have been requested to make sure that those areas are manned and that there is a level of accountability insofar as revenue and also sealing the loopholes that lead to illicit goods being brought in. In terms of, as such, therefore, we are going to increase border patrol unit officers. We are going also to make sure that those border points, extra border points, are going to be manned by having presence of government in those areas and in a multi-agency level. That includes KRA, KEBS, and other units that are assisting us to make sure that this is sorted. The other problem we have in this region and county is particularly the issue of goons. We have various goons that are actually misused by various political leaders in political activities, and some have almost graduated to a level of being gangs with structured leadership across the region, whereas youth organizing themselves in any manner is not illegal by itself. It is the problem of being misused for illegal purposes, causing violence in meetings, particularly public barazas, and particularly funerals, is something of great concern. It is an issue that we addressed in the western part of the country, and we continue to address also in this county. Again, I appreciate the political leaders who in the past, pursuant to the request of the security team, have been willing to de-escalate these issues. I thank the religious leaders who have held meetings also with the security team here and have prayed for peaceful county and region, and have been also carrying out sensitization during their religious ceremonies to make sure that this issue is de-escalated. I want to request young people not to be available to be misused for criminal activities, and we shall be continuing engaging leaders. Those who will be involved in criminal activities shall be arrested and charged in a court of law, and it's in our desire that some of these goons do not escalate to the point where they are a threat to national security, and we must be able to dismantle those who are engaged in those activities. The fourth issue that I wanted to address is the question of gender-based violence and defilement. Defilement is very, very, very prevalent in this region. Western region of where we were as up to last week also has a high prevalence of defilement. Here also has a very high prevalence of defilement. And as I said before, these criminal activities are also encouraged by societal challenges, especially cultural activities. People who are not, and also people who are not willing to voice out these issues. Sadly, these are crimes that go unreported in most cases. Family members are not willing to cooperate because it's family members who are perpetuating this act. So there is incest and defilement at the same time. And it's only that we get these statistics through non-governmental organizations and hospitals when these children are being treated. I encourage the public, I will be speaking to the chiefs today, to be more proactive through barazas and to take steps to make sure that they report all cases of defilement in their locations and push for a friendly environment for witnesses to be able to come forward to make sure that these acts are dealt with. Our children are suffering in silence, and they are suffering because adults are acquiescent in these very terrible acts. I just want also to say, coupled with that, is gender-based violence, particularly FGM. FGM is very, very prevalent in the most parts of this county, especially the Kuria side. And I want to say that there is almost societal acceptance and fear among Ngao officials, political leaders. Nobody wants to face this problem head-on. And I want to say that, again, I have instructed our security teams to take the necessary legal measures to enforce the law, because that is their responsibility. And again, I will be speaking to the chiefs to make sure that this issue is dealt with. Once you become a public official, a police officer, chief, I have told them that they must not be held hostage to acts of stereotypes, where you come to this county, you've come to serve as a police officer, and you are told it's normal to have FGM. There is nothing normal to have anything that is against the law. We are violating our children, and then it leads to early marriages, leads to sexually transmitted diseases, prevalence of HIV and AIDS. So we must be able to deal with this issue and deal with it decisively, because it is our duty to protect the citizens. As I said earlier about mining, illegal mining activities are being combated. We have a multi-agency team. We also have a department that was established within the office of within the Ministry of Mining that is dealing with these illegal activities, and it is supported by the county security team. We want to enhance the operations in this sector to make sure that government is not losing revenue. I must say that this is a summary of some of the issues that we are following up in this county. Most of the other issues are going to be properly deliberated on during the Jukwaa meeting that is going to start in a short while, and I look forward to re-energized, revamped public officials after this that are going to combat these challenges strongly. Look forward also to us having greater support to our teams here. Public officials that are now known locally here to be complacent, particularly police officers who have overstayed in some areas and they are known to perpetrate violence or perpetuate acts of criminality are going to be dealt with according to the law. We want all the officers here to serve the people of Kenya in a manner that promotes our constitutional values. Asanteni sana.
Okay, we have a question, Mheshimiwa, before you go. This issue that happened this issue that happened in Nairobi.
What I will do, we will have about 3 questions, and if you get the chance, you wait, I give you the chance. Yeah. And thereafter introduce yourself and the media house, and then we proceed from there. Now start with
I'm Bernard Ojunga for Ntv.
Okay.
I have a question that goes, there's this issue that is currently being discussed across the country, the murder of a prominent lawyer in Nairobi, and it is something that is current. People are talking about it and raising concern of the safety of prominent people in the country. Recently, there was that case of Wongondowere, and the same thing happened to Mbobu. And when you were in Western last week, you did mention that most of these gangs that are currently being grouped together, they are being used by politicians. You, as a security team, what are you doing at least to ensure that this thing is curbed? Because according to security analysts, they are saying that in case something is not done, they are going to destabilize the country. Another thing, just to add on that, is the issue.
You now. That's a third question.
No, the combination of that.
Okay. You have already concluded that everyone.
And the county enforcement officers, they are using pingu, and many people are complaining that they use that to pose as security officers, as police, and also sometimes they do arrest. So the question is, what are you doing to tackle this? Are you going to enable them use the... Because most of the time people are saying that they use those handcuffs to arrest.
The handcuffs?
The county response officers, county askaris.
Oh, okay.
Kanjo.
Okay.
They arrest people, and sometimes they walk around.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, those are 3 questions.
Yes.
I am assuming there are 3 questions. You only had a chance to ask 1, but I'll be, first of all, on the question of the murder of Dr. Michael Kyalo Mbobu. This is a very sad thing that has happened in our country. It is akin to what happened also to Honorable Ngondowere. I feel very sad because, as you may want to know, Mr. Mbobu was my teacher and my friend, and we, apart from that, the fact that he taught me, we also worked together. So it's a very sad thing to see him being killed in such a very heinous manner. It's a terrible thing that happened in our country, that someone assassinated or killed a very prominent, hard-working citizen of this republic who was going about his business peacefully. We do not know the motive yet. So I start by saying my condolences to the family of Dr. Kyalo Mbobu. He was a wonderful man. He was, I can say, one of my best teachers. Anybody who studied evidence at the University of Nairobi School of Law remembers his diligence, commitment, hard work, and clarity of mind. Very eloquent, very knowledgeable, and has left a big legacy in our country, particularly in the legal profession. His book on evidence and his research and works on the field of law shall always be remembered in this country for many, many years. And I feel very sad, by the way, about that incident, and I am very interested in knowing what exactly happened in this situation, just like many Kenyans are, but also I am in a position of responsibility, and we have been in touch with the DCI since this issue has happened, and I am happy to note that there is some progress that has been made. Some persons of interest have been identified, that those persons of interest are being interrogated, and many others are going to be sought. I pray that the DCI is going to be successful. We thank the eyewitnesses who have already come out, who are in the scene, and many other Kenyans of goodwill who are giving information to the DCI. I encourage more Kenyans to come forward and assist in the process. Anybody who knew anything that is related to this very heinous act to come out, because it is in the interest of us in the security sector and the people of Kenya that the truth comes out and we get to know exactly what happened in this situation. And I am very optimistic that in a very short while we will have very good leads as far as this issue is concerned. I just want to say that it is not in our interest to only resolve cases that are involving prominent persons or persons who are known to us or persons who are our friends or who are holding high office. This is the same speed that must be applied in every case, including the chief who was murdered, assistant chief who was murdered in this county. When such cases of crime happen, we want to see that the DCI moves with speed to unravel the mystery behind such acts. So from my office, from myself as a person, I continue extending my condolences to his family, and I promise that we will do everything to make sure that justice is served and that the perpetrators are arrested and brought before the court of law. I am happy that all resources are being expended to make sure that this issue is resolved. On the question of gangs, I must say that gangs are not, as I said last week, any gangs anyway is a threat to national security. So we will do everything. We will do law enforcement, but also we must do sensitization to the members of public to make sure that they understand the dangers of supporting criminal, supporting goons who can easily graduate to become gangs. And that issue is being dealt with, as I said. Operation work and plans are ongoing in different places where gangs have operated before. As we go towards elections, many political leaders will be tempted to hire goons to provide security to them or to walk around, intimidate their opponents. We want to ask them to resist that temptation because the consequences might be too dire for you to survive. So we are making progress, but we can do better. That is what exactly we can say about gangs. I don't know what else you asked. Our county askaris have no... Any Kenyan, any citizen can arrest anybody. I hope you know that. Even you can arrest anybody. But the question of using handcuffs, you don't have that power. That's only for police officers. And that issue must be communicated accordingly to the county askaris and enforcement officers. They can always seek the support of the county security team so that police officers are deployed to assist where they think that enforcement presence of police officers needed to arrest suspects. But, you know, that is an issue that can easily be resolved between the county government and the county security team. Another person.
Yes, one more person.
Na tumekuwa na tatizo la usalama katika eneo la Kehancha Kuria. Vijana wadogo wanauawa na watu wasiojulikana. So tungependa kujua mikakati ambayo umeweka ili kuhakikisha kwamba usalama umerudi katika eneo hili.
Okay, and then any one more person?
Yes.
Yes, yourself, and then the last one.
So, my name is Bkk from Radio Honor. You've talked about the issue of fishermen. Are you aware that border patrol police officers do not have patrol boats along the lakes?
Yes.
And please conclude by the issue of Migingo. Migingo issue has been a problem year in, year out. What do you intend to do that the matter is solved once and for all?
Let me start by the question of killing of young people. Again, we have asked the DCI to make sure that all cases of murder are explained and investigations done and suspects brought before court. Because if you want to know where the problem is, you first have to deal from where where it has occurred. And investigations must be done. We have asked the DCI if he needs more support from the headquarters. We are willing to find resources to support to carry out those investigations. Police also have been encouraged to do more patrols in areas that are seen that you have criminals, roaming around. Some areas like you have asked in the urban areas like Kehanja, it is necessary that issue is dealt with, and the county security team is already briefed of what they need to do. They know their job and they know that they can request more support if it is required. On the question of border patrol unit, we know that in Uhuru Bay the capacity is at the moment a little bit low. We are going to enhance the officers, the number of officers who are going to operate there. The Coast Guard unit, we know that they have less equipment. Thankfully, there is a procurement, their ongoing procurement for modernization, which includes boats that are going to support fishing in Lake Victoria, from all the way from Busia through Siaya, Kisumu, Homa Bay, up to here. We will make sure that those issues up to Migori, all those issues are going to be addressed and the equipment is enhanced. And we are also working on recruiting more officers to the Coast Guard so that they can have the capacity to patrol the lake. Recently we had a meeting, the President had a meeting with the President of Uganda, and it was agreed that we have a joint fishing agreement which was signed together with Uganda so that we can man Lake Victoria together. So this joint cooperation is going to resolve this issue. The challenges we've been having in the past will be resolved if there is a joint patrol by the officers from Uganda and Kenya working together under the framework that has been signed. And Honorable Joho and his colleague on the other side are working together to make sure that the problems that we were witnessing in Migingo and the problems we have been having in the lake becomes a thing of the past. We are also engaging the government of Tanzania to make sure that the harassment of our fishermen is also dealt with in our border within the lake. Last question.
My name is Givasumi, and my question is, we're now into 3 years of the Kenya Kwanza administration. Maybe in terms of security, specifically the interior and the National Police Service, and even all the security agencies, how do you assess the performance of the government 3 years and now? Starting from banditry, terrorism, to gangs and gangs and shootings like those ones we're seeing in Nairobi. How do you assess in your own, as our waziri in that ministry, how have you performed so far?
I think 3 years down the line, there are a number of things we celebrate in the Ministry of Interior that this administration has been able to achieve. Let me start by saying that in terms of dealing with crimes, high crimes, there has been very successful operations in Marsabit to deal with cross-border transnational crime, which is questions related to trafficking in persons, dealing with drugs, and dealing with proliferation of guns and ammunitions across the border, which was being perpetrated by OLF from Ethiopia. and a good job has been done there to pacify the area, and it has helped a great deal to reduce the number of drugs and the people who are being trafficked across Marsabit to Isiolo, Nairobi, and other parts of the country. In terms of banditry, I can tell you for sure that it was a daily occurrence that people are losing lives in places like Baringo, Samburu, Elgeyo Marakwet, Turkana. Those numbers have significantly reduced, actually over 70% as we speak today. Even the recent work we did only for the last 3 months has made significant difference in the North Rift on matters of banditry, to the extent that the most notorious criminals in West Pokot and Elgeyo Marakwet and Baringo have actually come out openly to hand over their guns and to surrender to the National Police Service. That was something unheard of a few years ago, and this is a great achievement in our country in terms of dealing with issues of banditry. We celebrate the work that our officers have done, and we continue to do what we need to do to make sure that banditry is completely eradicated in our country. We are moving to the next phase where we are doing disarmament. And the kind of disarmament that we are doing, that you've witnessed in North Rift, is not the old one where you send a lot of police officers beating everybody and beating villagers and women, children, and innocent civilians. It is now a very targeted operation, intelligence-led, identifying the people who have guns and ammunition and asking them to surrender directly or arresting them and taking the guns. And I'm very happy that that progress is being done. What we have witnessed in North Rift has given us the impetus to refine the strategy, and this will be applied across. And in the fullness of time, we will have a very peaceful valley in Kerio Valley region. On the issues of banditry, terrorism, a lot of work has been done, continues to be done. Kenya continues to witness a lot of threats of terrorism across the border. Our greatest enemy is Al-Shabaab, but a lot of work is being done. There is a better working relationship with the multi-agency team. We continued from where we found last administration, President Uhuru's administration. President Ruto's administration has continued to invest even better in better equipment, better surveillance equipment, better protection gear for our police officers, and I am confident that the success we have achieved in this sector is going to make a big difference in our country. This administration has also confronted head-on the problem of gangs. First of all, by acknowledging that in some areas it is posing a threat, continuing the operation to dismantle. Panga Boys is now, the question of Panga Boys has now been put into control. The issue of other gangs that were operating in Machakos, in Western and other places, a lot of work has been done to deal with them. Nakuru was under big threat insofar as gangs are concerned. A lot of work has also been done. I'm very happy that we are making progress, but I must admit that this is an area that still more work should be done to dismantle all these gangs and to make sure that our country remains safe. The other success is investing in our human resource. There has been greater improvement on welfare of our police officers by adding their salary. The president established a task force that recommended the improvement of payment or salary to our officers in prisons and the police, and that has been effected and continues to be effected. It will be completed in next year. The last phase will be completed in the next financial year. Again, there is an ongoing plan to recruit, and I'm sure the date will be known very soon, for recruitment of police officers, 10,000 of them. This is going to increase the work force, and it's going to help us to make sure that we cover as many areas as possible. There is also ongoing procurement on leasing of more motor vehicles that is going to sort out most of these issues. This Jukwaa la Usalama engagement has been extremely important because it's a bottom-up, and this is one of the initiatives that has helped a great deal those of us who work from Nairobi to come and work at the county level and address issues that are being faced by the officers here. And that has led to a greater resolve to fight various kind of crimes. Issues like drugs and alcohol, proliferation of alcohol, ethanol, adulterated alcohol. A lot of work has been done from 2022, and there is a greater improvement in our country. If you go to many parts of this nation, you will see the difference that it has made in terms of security operations. So I'm very happy that these are some of the few issues I would share. We can do that comprehensively to make sure that this is shared. I think the country is safer now. It's far much safer. And but you know, this is one sector that you cannot go to sleep and say it is done now, I can go to sleep. You just have to do it continuously. It is you know, it requires eternal vigilance, eternal investment, and this work continues to be done. His Excellency the President is carrying out diplomatic duties across the region to make sure that our country is safe, because then the dangers that we also face is because of our neighborhood, and we must continue supporting initiatives that stabilize Somalia, South Sudan, and other parts of the continent, so that then we do not continue facing threats. I'm very happy with the decision by His Excellency the President to establish a team that went for a security mission in Haiti. When this team was going, many critics in our country and the continent, and even beyond, were saying that many police officers will come back in body bags, having been, dealt with by the gangs in Haiti. I'm very happy that that mission is very successful. Even as we continue reviewing the future of that mission, I'm happy with the success that it has so far shown. The Haiti people are extremely happy with the work we have done. Their children are back to school. They are able to go to the hospitals. Their business sector is booming. Their airport is now functioning. And so a lot of things that have been done by our officers in Kenya, 700 of them, it has been wonderful. And we appreciate the leadership and the team that is in Haiti. And this is one of the successes of this administration. They will come back once the time for coming back is due. They will come back with invaluable experience on how to deal with security challenges, and we can't wait to see our officers coming back here and the experience that and the impetus they are going to put into the police sector. They will make a big difference. The experience they got from this mission is going to provide even greater value to our national security. And I'm very happy that His Excellency the President heeded to that call and sent our team to Haiti to do the work that they have done. I must say that this has been great success, and we must celebrate as a country that we are back to the world map in terms of diplomacy on security issues and peace missions. And we celebrate all the work that they have done. Asanteni sana, and look forward to your discussion. Thank you. Asante sana. So, thank you very much.